National swimmers Joseph Schooling and Kwa Cheng-wen will be enlisting for national service soon as their long-term deferments have not been extended. The Ministry of Defence said today that the enlistment process for both men recommenced from August 31st when their deferments ended. Sports correspondent Sazali Abdul Aziz is here to discuss this. Sazali, what did Schooling and Kwa have to say about this confirmation that their deferments will not be extended?
I think both have taken it in their stride. They both said in the immediate aftermath of their races in Tokyo that they were keen on training and racing in 2022 when a lot of major competitions are scheduled for. But a part of them, I think, knew they had KPIs to meet in order to get that extension for deferment, and their times in Tokyo simply were too difficult to support that. So I think they were mentally prepared, and in their statements they said they were both grateful to all the support that they received from the government, from MINDEF, from the MCCY over the years and throughout their first two deferments. But the most clear thing though is that they have indicated they still want to swim and still want to represent the country at the highest level. That has not changed.
Well, Sazali, we've had many male athletes serving NS and then going on to pursue their sporting ambitions, Irfan and Iksan Fandi, for instance. But in Schooling and Kwa's case, how much would their training be affected by this?
It's quite hard to say. Male athletes have completed their national service commitments and gone on to compete at the Olympics, and in some cases post some very good results. Loh Kian Yu's win over Lin Dan in badminton comes to mind. But there is a very telling statistic. No Singaporean male has reached an Olympic final or placed in the top 8 after completing NS first. So we'll see if that can change with Joe and Zheng in Paris 2024, perhaps.
Well, Sazali, you alluded to, big events that both swimmers will be scheduled for next year. For example, the World Championships in May, Commonwealth Games in July, and Asian Games in August. But does their NS enlistment essentially rule them out of competing at this event entirely?
I don't think so. We were not given an exact timeline of when the two might enlist, but given that the Commonwealth Games and the Asian Games are slated for the second half of the year, that might be enough time for them to train again at the elite level after completing basic training. The World Championships in Japan, though, I think that might be too soon for them in May.
Okay, then how about the Paris Olympics in 2024? Will serving NS leave Schooling and Kwa with essentially not just a year of training and competition momentum?
I mean, again, it's too early to say, but Zheng at least has confirmed that he is working toward Paris. So despite the challenges that are in this way, with in terms of the time constraints, like you said, and potentially not being able to pick or compete in the competitions that he wants, he is determined to get there. For Joe, it's a bit less clear. He has in various interviews suggested that Tokyo might have been his last Olympics, but he's definitely determined to compete at the highest level for Singapore, be it at the World Championships or the Asian Games or other major meets. But he did reiterate that his main focus is on the here and now, the present, and doing what he has to, enlisting for national service while juggling his training, for swimming as well. So we'll have to see whether, two of them might still be in action in Paris 2024.